Well, Ronald, when the season started back in Australia, I suppose there was real worry, doom and gloom from a recession point of view, but on the whole, everybody's made it through, including your team.
Yeah, for sure. When the economical crisis started end of last year, we were all very worried about what was going to happen. Still, I think the teams for sure are suffering, but a lot of us have adjusted the budgets a bit, did a little bit less testing, did maybe a little bit less development on the bikes, but all in all we are surviving quite good year. We have to see how things go for next year, because this is still a bit of a worry to us. But I'm quite sure with the World Superbikes growing as it is, as a championship, that we must be capable of finding additional sponsorship.
How do you feel about your year as the team? Because it's been some highs and some lows. It's hard to put a category on it, because you've had some wonderful moments, and yet you probably won't be overly satisfied at the end of the season.
No, to be honest, we had a very slow start of the season. In the winter testing, we were kind of up there. We were quite happy and satisfied with directions which we did the development. Then we came to the first rounds. A lot of issues with the tires. So we believe when we could come back to Europe and we had tires which were not shipped to the overseas round, it would be a lot better. But it was more or less the same. Then halfway in season we made the big jump to switch to Öhlins suspension, which was a drastic move. But that really propelled us forward. Ever since then, I think we have been on the up and up. Last results, Brno and especially Nürburgring, the boys are in full contention again for race wins and podiums. So, yeah, all in all, we have turned the coin in the correct way for us. So we can be happy with that. It has taken a lot of work from the team. So towards the end of the season, we were happy, but now we must be working really hard, flat out through winter, to be ready beginning of next year.
As you said, a brave decision to move to Öhlins. Was it sleepless nights, or was it to a point of desperation where you felt like you had to do something radical to make the difference?
Well, it wasn't sleepless nights, because there wasn't even a night in between. We left Magny-Cours, where we did a private test. We rained out on Monday when we had the circuit booked. Then we decided to stay for Tuesday morning. Whereas the trucks had to leave to Misano immediately after. So we had to make the decision immediately after the test in the morning. We had 3 or 4 hours to make a decision. And together with all the crew chiefs and riders, we decided to make the switch. Also knowing that if we were going to make the switch over in winter, we would still have a very short testing time. So we have seen the second part of the season also a little bit as preparation already for next year. And, well, that's paying off on the moment, so yeah, I'm happy with that.
And you've also got to be happy with the way that young Jonathan Rea, who you knew would have that potential, has really come to the fore this year and proved that he definitely has the capability of becoming a world champion. Your thoughts on him this year?
Well, after a very good Supersport season, we brought him on to Superbike, where we said, okay, not completely in the spotlights with us. Just a learning season, but then all of a sudden after 3-4 rounds he started to really be leading the squad also on development side of things. He started to become a race winner. He's still chasing third in the championship. He's grown a lot with us, not only as a rider but also as a person. He's really maturing up now. He's still only 22, so very young guy. No, he's made a really big step forward.
And looking ahead to next year, big news obviously that you can continue working with Jonathan. What else in terms of your plans? Will you scale down? Will you try to stay the same? What will you try to do?
Well, we were running 3 Superbikes in this season. For 2010 we'll scale it down to 2 bikes. So 2 Superbike, 2 Supersports with us. Jonathan is fixed on Superbike side. Sovoglu is fixed on Supersport side. With the teammates there we are waiting a little bit. On one hand, because the budget is not completely fixed on the moment, which will happen rather soon. And then there is quite a bit of a queue of riders, actually. So it's also making proper selection for next year, because we want to have a strongest team as possible. To have next to Jonathan as well, maybe an experienced guy and a fast guy as well, to just propel each other forward again. but I'm thinking that around Portimao that decision will be made on the other riders.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.